approximation.
One more example that shows what it means, what it may mean when x approaches infinity. So meaning, let's call it practical meaning of x approaches infinity. So here is the example. Here is the example. The percentage of households having cell phones in some country in year X. In this context, X must be larger or equal 1979, so it's the year after 1799, is estimated by the following function. F of x equals 100x minus 198,000 divided by x minus 1979. So the question is now find the limit of this function as x approaches infinity and interpret. Now finding the limit of this function as x approaches infinity is very simple. So using the shortcut that I explained, you look at the leading term, and since both numerator and denominator are linear functions, linear, so x is in the first power and no x in the zeroth power, the three terms. So we look at the x to the first power, both in the numerator and in the denominator. So we calculate this limit the way that I explained previously. So look at the leading term, and in this case leading term is just 100x because it's the linear formula, so the leading term is first degree, and in the denominator the leading term is x and everything else goes away. So now we just have, so limit as x approaches infinity, 100x minus 19800 over x minus 1979. So once again, we only look at this and ignore the rest. Look at this, ignore the rest, and now we have 100x over x. The answer is just single 100 because x cancels and the answer is 100. So the limit of this function is 100, and now the most tricky part very often is interpret. So how do we interpret this? So this function represents percentage of households having cell phones in year X. And when X approaches infinity, that means year X, the number of the year goes to infinity, becomes very large, and that means just very far into the future. And this limit happens to equal 100, which means far into the future, the number of households having cell phones will be 100%, which means all cell phones will have, all households will have cell phones. So, bottom line, in terms of when x is time, like years or something, then limit as x approaches infinity means, if you wish, in distant future. So many years from now, so it means in distant future. And so by calculating limit as x approaches infinity, you may estimate what happens with this function or with the value of this function, like percentage or whatever, in distant future. And this is practical meaning of x approaching infinity.